women, or even women are admitting women are nuts. Even women are, and this has been going on for a while, but I'm seeing this more and more often where, believe it or not, red pill content is being shared by women. They don't know it's from us, the misogynists, the incels, the losers, the weirdos. That's what they call us, of course. They don't know that they're sharing our information because that would drive them crazy, and they would be very upset realizing, once again, we've been right for years, and now they're parroting our information. First, I'll share this. This is, again, men learn the game, and women fail to learn it. This is a video of two influencers, probably only fools content creators, because that's what most of them are, or they're Instagrammers or TikTokers trying to get attention and social media validation. Look how everybody is starting to respond to these women. Look at how everybody is responding to these women.
Me and my friend Ruby out of 10.
No, I'm not for that.
Ask you a question?
No, thank you. Okay. Oh, actually, no.
No? Okay.
I'm so late for work, guys. So.
Hiya, excuse me. What would you rate? Nope. Okay. Hiya, excuse me.
I'm sorry, I'm really busy. Sorry, thanks, sorry, cheers.
Excuse me. Would you rather... Oh, no, okay. Hiya. Okay. Hiya, excuse me.
I'm busy, sorry.
How do you think she feels after going home after that day? How do you think she feels? This, her name's Britt Welshie, 46. How do you think she feels after this? I bet you she went home and cried, or went home and slept with some rando dude to feel better about herself, or went and posted a picture of her starfish or, her breasticles online to get some validations from some simps and some boring losers, and to try to recover from this. This is what men are now doing because they're learning. And I don't want to beat a dead horse to death, but this is what I'm talking about when I say that men's content has gone everywhere now. Every one of these guys is like, no. None of them are fooled into believing they have a chance with these women. None of them are fooled into thinking they're attractive. They know this is social media clout chasing, and they're going to get clowned on, or they're going to be embarrassed, or they're going to be called a simp or whatever. Men have learned and women haven't. Well, here's women realizing that they're insufferable. I'll just let them say it for themselves.
I hate to say this, but I think that women have to lower their standards. Before you go crazy on me, just hear me out. The amount of chronically single girlfriends that I know, either approaching their 30s or already in their 30s, that are like wanting to settle down and have a family, but can't, is an epidemic at this point. And we're talking about women that are financially stable, have educations, are beautiful, have their fathers in their lives, like come from nice families. Like, we're not talking about like a bum bitch. We're talking about like a very decent young lady. So I'll have conversations with my friends, and they'll say things like, oh, like, I want him to make like at least $200,000 a year, like at minimum. He has to be in shape. Like, I really like a guy with a six pack. I love a guy who's like 6'2". I need a guy with like a full head of hair. Like, I can't do bald guys. Every single time you throw a new specification into what you desire, the only person that fits within the parameters of what you are looking for exists in your dreams. No, I've had girlfriends tell me like, oh my God, no, he's great, this and that, like, but I can't do a short king. So you're telling me you found a guy that's like not bad looking, has a great job with benefits, like financially stable, comes from a great family, and you can't do it because his legs aren't long enough? Like, you bitches are out of your minds.
If I had her for an interview, and I said, we're gonna interview a female red pill content creator, you'd be like, yep, dude, she agrees with us. She's totally on point. How many men's channels has she probably sat and listened to? Do you think she puts on the headphones and while she's working out listens to Joker or old videos of Kevin Samuels? Of course not. She's just realized, because she's apparently got two brain cells to rub together, she realizes she's just looking at humanity. She's like, yeah, you guys are crazy. Now I see what all the quote-unquote weird guys have been talking about. It's not that we're out of touch with humanity. It's that we don't have the fear to express the truth. Even if we get pushback, even if we get hate for it, we're fine with that. Like, we don't mind talking about that stuff. And we have for years, because we saw it in its infancy and it growing because of men reacting, men chatting in videos like this that say, dude, that happened to me. Yes, same thing happens to me. When you have millions of guys talking like that, you just realize it's not some weird corner of the internet. This is men in general are going through this. And now that women see it in their own friends, you can see this is her left hand. She has a gold ring with a diamond in it. So maybe this is legit. Maybe she's just saying, hey, I found my guy. But the rest of you are crazy. Maybe I'm wrong on this. So maybe I can't say for $1,000 she's doing the same thing. I stand corrected on that, because she does look to have a ring and there is a baby bassinet in the back. So maybe she got married and did the right thing. But how many other women point this out and then are living by the same standards? And I got a great example for you. And I know I get hate for this every time I say it. Pearl, over on Pearly Things. Pearl's now, I don't know, 28, 29, 27, 28. She's getting up there. She's not dating anybody. She's done the hookup or short casual dating things with men she knew she wasn't going to marry. And then she keeps talking about, hey, women, once you're in your 30s and once you've doing this. Well, Pearl's doing the same thing. Now, maybe that all changes and Pearl finds her forever man and she settles down and it's all for naught. But she's still on that path. She's still on that path. But she still talks the red pill stuff. But she lives her life like the women she's making fun of. She's just younger. Will she wake up in time? This is a 4-year-old video. I did a video on this when Alexander Grace came out with it, so I'm not playing the whole video. I'm just playing a segment of it. Okay? But this is 4 years ago now, 4 years plus, and he had his friend, an 18-year-old, jump on Tinder and try swiping as a man. I've got an update for us. I do have an update for us. So let me play this for a moment, and then we'll check on the update.
Day 5, and at this point, I'm not motivated. I am not happy with the results. On day 3, I got 13 matches. Yesterday, I got 1, and today, I got 1. In the beginning, I had lots of matches, but I wasn't actually being selective. And let's be honest here, I was matching with women that were not that attractive. I was getting women on mid-30s higher. What amazed me wasn't this decrease of matches, was actually the replying. I mean, how can I get these women to go on a date with me if they don't even reply to me? I was so confused. I mean, if we match, why aren't we talking? I matched with so many, and I got no response. I saw a lot of Instagram stuff, follow me on Instagram, and I didn't thought this would happen. I didn't thought I would match and they wouldn't reply. From what I talked to my friends and maybe myself, that doesn't happen. If I matched, the man doesn't reply to me. That doesn't happen. If I compare an experience that a woman has on a dating app and that a man has on a dating app, it's much different. And it's weird that I struggle so much, and that if I change the picture to a woman, I don't struggle at all. I didn't thought this would be like this, because I find Alex, in terms of looks, good looking and interesting. I put he was a damn psychologist. That's super interesting. I don't know if people get depressed after being on a dating app, but I don't know. I just feel like down at this point. I don't know why I feel down. It's not even me. This is not very healthy, is it? There are maybe some psychological effects from this whole thing. I mean, I'm down now, and it's not even my damn picture and my damn life.
If you guys remember, like this is, let me try to find a picture of Alexander Grace here in the beginning. This is Alexander. I mean, he's not a great looking guy, but he's also not a creepy homeless bum or anything. You'd think he'd at least get, you know, if a woman looks at him and says he's a 6, you think he'd at least get interest from 6. And so, you know, these types of videos went pretty viral 4 years ago. I think mine got several views. His has 2.3 million views. And this is what happens to men on social media. We know this. It's old news. Well, this came out, and this is another woman that tried it. And here we are 4 years later, and nothing has changed. Nothing has changed at all.
So one of my guy friends gave me permission to make a Hinge account for him because I was telling him how easy dating is with dating apps. And he was telling me that it's incredibly difficult. And I was like, Pete, you must be doing something wrong. And he gave me permission to create an account for him and just run the account. I've been a virtual boy for 3 days, and I've never felt this bad about myself. I feel like a freaking loser trying to get these girls to like me. And I'm starting to hate women because I'm like, when I say I mean Pete, because that's the account I'm using. Pete's about a 6. But I'm so desperate, I'm liking the 2s and the 3s, and even they won't like me back, Pete, which is a 6. So what level of delusion has entered women's heads? Like, what is going on? It is so difficult dating as a boy. I hate it. I'm on day 3 of being a boy, and I hate women, and I'm more depressed than ever.
I find it interesting that when these women try to sit in a man's shoes, so to speak, on a dating app, within a matter of days, they're like, I'm sad all the time. I feel rejected. This is awful. I'm unhappy. And then when you go back and look at the video we were talking about with Abba and Preach and the other segment there, with them talking about why men aren't going to these dating, you know, these matchmaking things. When dating becomes painful, when trying to date becomes an experience that makes you feel sad and worthless and deflated and miserable, there's no good out of it for men anymore. There's not that good euphoric feeling of, oh man, I just got, like when I was a young guy, you know, if you date people that are kind of close to you. Now, I might look at a woman and think she's beautiful, but some of you guys you might look at her and say, I don't think she's that attractive, and vice versa. Actually, this is a debate we got into a couple of Saturday nights ago because we were watching a movie with what's her name, Emma. Is it Emma Stone? Which one's the redhead that was in the letter A and the what? She was also in a Spider-Man movie, I think. Is that Emma? That's Emma Stone, right? We got into an argument about Emma Stone, and half the guys are like, she's bangable. Others were like, no, I think she's beautiful. She's the girl next door. And then there was a bunch of us that are like, hell no, I wouldn't have anything to do with her. It's the same woman. And it's not like we're, you know, that different a guy. Everybody's got their thing. But some guys say, I think she's beautiful. Some says she's kind of bangable. Some says I wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole. And men still have this discernment. So men don't really have the same type of standards that women do. You know, a man can look at a woman and say, yeah, she's not really my type. I mean, she's okay. But if she's funny and she's outgoing and she's creative and she worships the bloody ground I walk on, I'd probably marry a woman like that. Then there's other guys that marry or want to date beautiful women, and they say, well, she's kind of dumb. You know, she doesn't really make any money, but I make enough for both of us. But she treats me well, and I think she'd be a good mom. She's not perfect. And I like redheads, but she's a brunette, or I like blondes, but she's a red, whatever, right? Or, you know, I like big boobs, but she got small boobs. Like, guys will make sacrifices here and there to make it happen. Women don't anymore. Women won't make the sacrifices. And so now you have women like this one coming out and saying, women are crazy. Like, you're not going to find a guy with everything. And all her friends demand the everythings. You've got this one saying, it's not fun being a guy trying to date. And then, like I mentioned in the other video, you know, you look at this, like Amy Horton, and Amy Wharton, as we used to call her, who has 36 pages, or excuse me, 36 pages of 6 articles each. That's at least 180 articles she wrote. And if you read it, you feel like these are the ramblings and the musings from somebody that's got like bipolar or different personalities. Because you'll see some ways, like when it comes to sleeping with somebody, I'm all about quality over quantity. But she's also got an article about ringing in her 40s with a threesome. You know, where it's just like, do not even, where you're like, what are you thinking? You're all over the place. You're scatterbrained. You're like a puppy chasing leaves and toys. So many women are like this. And when it gets to the point now where you have women looking at other women saying, you're crazy. When you have women looking at other women saying, your standards are too high. When you have people like, I don't know, Elon Musk and Matt Walsh, and I'm trying to think of other, and Tucker Carlson, and I'm trying to think of some lefties. I can't think of any lefties off the top of my head. Joe Rogan, you know, he's at least center left or whatever. When they're saying, like, women are crazy, their standards are crazy, what they think about are crazy, the way they vote, they're crazy, what they find important is crazy, and that nobody can match up to that, is there any wonder that things have gone completely nuts? I will throw this in here. I did grab a couple of these, and I was going to do this, but I almost forgot. But here's a dating profile of the day. I don't have the intro music anymore because for some reason that got copyright struck on the damn intro for the dating profiles of the day, but I've got one for us here because it fits in exactly with what we're talking about. Here she is in a tiny bikini because that's a value that she knows men have. Listen to this. She's 37 years old. The egg carton is empty. And now she says, 37 years old, I'm looking for a guy with a provider mindset. No, I'm not joking. I know what relationship style suits me. Which is what? She doesn't say. You should be willing to spend money and take me out. It's a must. I am not a gold digger. I provide for my man, no problems. So you must be willing to spend money on her and take her out, but she's not a gold digger. And we'll break all this down at the end of it. I know how to be an amazing partner, and I want the same. I'm a feminist, but I'm traditionally feminine. Prefer to date men with good paying jobs because I need stability. Also, I'm pretty hot and deserve a good man at this point in my existence. She's an atheist, she's 5'7", and she has kids. Now let's break this down, because a lot of people will read this and they don't get all the nuances. Okay, so first of all, she's looking for a guy with a provider mindset. Why does she put that first? Because she's bangable. She's bangable. She's a guy that guys will swipe left on or swipe right, whatever the direction is for a yes. Guys will swipe right on her. They'll take her out to coffee and dates. If she finds them attractive, she sleeps with them. Maybe they sleep with her once. Maybe they sleep with her for a month or two, but then they bounce. And she's tired of that because she's 37 and she knows she's aging like milk in the sun. So now she wants a guy that will stick around and provide for her because her looks are not getting any better, and she's tired of working. She is the strong, independent woman because she's a feminist. So she's a strong, independent woman, but she doesn't want to be a strong, independent woman anymore. She wants a man that's going to take care of her because she's not so strong and independent anymore. She'll keep that mindset. She'll be a bitch still to you if you don't agree with her, but she basically wants you to provide for her. Now she says, willing to spend money and take me out is a must. But she says, I'm not a gold digger. She might not be a gold digger. She might not be. She might not be a gold digger because that means you just want to take advantage of a man for his money. She's saying, I don't want to just take advantage of a man for his money. I want a man that's going to spend money and take me out. Why does she say that? Those specific words? Because most of the guys she hooks up with are not dating her. They're not taking her out to dinner. They're not taking her out for drinks. They're not giving her a proper dating style. What she's doing is finding hot guys on Tinder or dating apps or in the public. When she goes out to the bar with her friends, she finds a hot dude. He bangs her because she's bangable, and then he leaves. And then she reaches out to him and says, hey, can we hang out this Friday night? And he, because she's bangable, but he doesn't want to be seen in public with her, or maybe he hates her because she's a feminist, he says, nah, I'm not going out tonight. I don't really feel like going out tonight. But if you want to come over and Netflix and chill, or just come over, we can hang out. And she says, well, he's hot and I like him, so okay, I'll do that. Then she goes over and sleeps with him. And he's still not spent any money, and he hasn't dated her, and she goes home. And this keeps happening until she gets angry. She gets angry because she feels like that she's just being used for sex, which, spoiler alert, she is, because she's a 37-year-old feminist with kids. And so she goes from that to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, until the tender age of 37. And she says, I've had enough. I deserve better than this. I must raise my standards because I'm 37 now and I ain't getting any younger, and I'm tired of just getting used. Now she says, I know how to be an amazing partner. Press X for doubt. And I want the same. Now she's a feminist, but traditionally feminine. Those two do not exist. It means she knows how to dress feminine. In other words, she likes frilly dresses, and she likes playing makeup and putting on makeup, and she likes playing make-believe that she's someone's traditional arm candy. And then you mention the word Trump, and she dumps her drink on you and calls you a fascist, and then never wants to talk to you again. Because that's how this goes. So, yes, she probably smells nice. She knows how to wear dresses and look nice, and that's feminine to her. That's the only meaning of the word to her. The rest of the things that we would find traditionally feminine don't exist, because that would be in direct misalignment with feminist. She says she prefers to date men with good paying jobs because I need stability. Why would you need stability if you're casual dating? She's not. The days of casual dating are done. She has children with Chad. She's got her body count in the triple digits. But now she's 37. And now it's time to settle down. She's a feminist that just wants to be a stay-at-home mom, which means I want to stay at home and take care of my kids because I'm tired of being a feminist when it comes to being strong and independent woman. But it doesn't mean I want to be a traditional woman. It means I want you to pay for everything, but I still want to be a feminist. I just don't want to work anymore because after 17 years from the age of 20, I'm tired of it. I'm also pretty hot and deserve a good man at this point. Well, spoiler alert, no. But she wants to score a good-looking guy before her looks fade because she's 37. And a man's looks will continue sometimes well into his 40s, 50s, and even if you happen to have the good genes of, say, a Brad Pitt or a Tom Cruise, even up to 60, maybe even into 65. So if she can snag a guy that's around her age, that has a good income, that respects her being a feminist, that has good money, that is hot because she feels she's hot, well, that's the perfect trifecta. And so in reality, even though this is my thumbnail, really what she's doing is this. She's making a wish. She's making a wish for all the things she thinks she deserves. And now that she's been passed around like a blunt at a rock concert, let me find my other dating profile. Now that she's been passed around like a blunt at a rock concert, she's got to raise her standards to find the forever man that'll treat her well. They don't exist because she falls squarely in the land of bangable and not wife, girlfriend, friend material. Welcome to your cats and your wine.